Take a look at this beautiful Messley painting, ladies and gentlemen. This is a painting by Jackson Pollack. We're going to be doing a Jackson Pollack project, so I thought I'd show you some of his work. This painting is huge. In a minute, you'll see a photograph of him actually painting this painting. And based on how big he is next to the canvas, you'll be able to imagine how big this painting is. He probably stands this tall next to it. Pretty interesting. All right, let's learn about it. So here he is, next to his painting. Look how small he is compared to the size of the canvas. Once upon a time in America, humongous and covered with splashes of paint and nothing else. Modern times call for new subjects and innovative techniques, said American artist Jackson Pollack in the mid-1940s. He abandoned all other old rules of painting. He didn't even paint. He dripped and he poured the color onto his canvas using paintbrushes and sticks, something you can do at home. Mostly, as in number 32, which is here, he didn't use thick oil paint but chose car paint instead. Which he found more suitable. All parts of this picture are equally important. There is no center. So in his artworks, there is no point of emphasis. That's one of our principles of art. Where your eyes get drawn to in a picture, there's no one spot that he is trying to make you look at, which is interesting. That is totally different than what people were doing before him. Pollack always kept an eye out on the edges of his painting, but in fact the web of color could be continued indefinitely. Pollack used his drip paintings to express his innermost thoughts. They aroused tremendous interest in both America and Europe. New York became the new center of the art world, and Pollack became a star. The artist who took the liberty of creating pictures like this was the hero of the free America, which in those days was the role model for the whole Western world. The hero met a tragic end. Jackson Pollack had not painted any more pictures for 2 whole years when at age 44 he crashed his car in a tree while under the influence of alcohol. Very sad, very sad. All right, we're going to try out our own, and this is a little tip that they're giving us here. You can also try out Jackson Pollack's drip technique using paint on paper background. First, cover the floor with plastic sheeting, which is at least 80 centimeters bigger than the area that you want to be painted on all sides. Use no more than 3 colors, one of which should be black. Instead of using brushes or a stick, you can dribble the color onto the paper using an empty tin. Jackson Pollack wrote the following instructions. Tie an empty tin to a 1 or 2 meter long piece of string and bore a small hole in the bottom. Fill the tin with liquid paint. Before pouring the paint, you should block the hole in the tin with a piece of modeling clay. Does that make sense? He's saying that you can fill a tin with paint, poke a hole in the bottom, and then I would say you could even put your finger over the hole until you're ready to start dripping it on the paper, and then let go of the hole and let it drip on your paper. It could be very fun. Here's a picture again of Jackson Pollack. He was born in 1912, died in 1956. The title of his painting is number 32. It was painted in 1950. The location of this painting is K20, K21, which is in the Kunstsammlung Nordheim-Westfalen in Dusseldorf, Germany. That's where it lives. It is gloss paint on canvas. The dimensions are 265 by 457.5 centimeters, and the style of this painting is abstract expressionism. One of the things he also helped invent. Abstract, which means it doesn't look realistic. Expressionism, expressing emotions through the artwork. Abstract expressionism. Thanks for listening.